You're watching Global Toronto. This is Global News at 5:30.
Striking York University staff members held a unity rally today, nearly 2 weeks after walking off the job. And while negotiations have stalled, workers are now getting support by a federal party leader. Camille Karmali is live from York with the very latest. Camille.
Yeah, that's right, Farah. So there was a huge rally here behind me that wrapped up just about an hour ago. But the union tells me picketers, after 2 weeks of being on strike, are tired, are frustrated, and morale was really starting to dip. So today was all about boosting that morale right back up, and it seemed to work, although students seem to continue to be frustrated. A much-needed boost of energy after a grueling 2 weeks on the picket lines for these York University staff members. The nearly 3,000 teaching assistants and contract faculty striking got the backing of a federal party leader.
Do we accept precarious work in our universities?
But 24 hours ago, a completely different mood.
It's incredibly upsetting.
A vehicle sped by the lineup of cars waiting to get past the picket line, swerved into the lane for oncoming traffic.
We had this car charging towards us, and you never know, are they going to cut through the picket, or what are they going to do? Are they out to actually mow us all down?
Witnesses say the vehicle jumped the curb and even hit one of the picketers.
It wasn't a direct hit, it was kind of a glancing blow, is my understanding.
York University staff called police who looked at cell phone footage. They say police are now looking at the incident as a hit and run. In a statement, York University says our community safety team responded immediately and that there were no injuries reported. The community safety team also called EMS and TPS. The union representing the striking staff say both sides haven't met at the table since late February and want the school to shut down classes.
If it wasn't for a campus that is open, if it wasn't for, students being put in a position of feeling like they need to come onto campus, they're stressed, they have to come to class, we wouldn't be in such a dangerous situation.
But the latest rally and political support is sure to only fan the flames in a conflict that has no end in sight.
When it comes to building a vibrant education system, we have to make sure that people have full-time contracts, livable work.
Now, York University has sent us a fairly fresh statement just about an hour ago saying that we want to reach a deal and end the strike. York has the best overall pay and benefits package for teaching assistants, contract, faculty, and graduate assistants in Ontario. Farah, we are proud that our offer improves on it. So it doesn't look like the two sides are going to budge anytime soon.
Okay, Camille, now on another topic, because Jagmeet Singh was there, of course, and he's been under scrutiny lately surrounding his views on Sikh separatism and the fact that in recent years he appeared at rallies for Sikh independence. I'm sure you asked him about that. How did he answer?
Yeah, that's right. So he actually wasn't taking any questions after the rally, Farah, but really media had to chase him down and run after him as he was walking away from the school and crossing the street. And I threw that question to him on where he stands on Sikh separatism time and time again. Listen to what he had to say. You said you'd attend Sikh separatist events again. What's your specific stance?
I've provided my statement on this, an op-ed. I've a number of commentary in newspapers on my position on this. I made it really clear. I made it very clear. I think that it's important for everyone to refer to my op-ed and refer to the statements that I made on this already.
So as you heard, Farah, he kept throwing time and time again to his op-ed, and in it really, and he has said this in the past, that he would attend Sikh separatist events again, just to not because he agrees with what the movement is doing, but really because it would be a chance to share his views.
Okay, Camille Karmali, thank you for that.
High-profile support on the picket line at York University as the strike continues with no clear end in sight. Heather Wright joins us live now from York U with an update. Heather.
Well, Michelle, Jagmeet Singh received a very warm welcome when he arrived here at York University. He spent some time speaking with union members who have been out on the picket line for nearly 2 weeks now, but he did not want to answer a whole lot of questions from reporters.
CUPE wants to bargain!
As the York University strike drags into its 11th day, federal NDP leader Jagmeet Singh stopped by to lend his support to the contract faculty and staff who have been walking the picket line.
We're seeing that because of a cut to funding over a number of years, that universities are now seeing more and more precarious work, and we want to see more stable work, more full-time contracts.
It was a quick visit from the NDP leader, who took some time to chat with union members and pose for selfies. But when asked about his past attendance at Sikh separatist events, Singh didn't want to talk.
I've given my position on this a number of times, and I put out an op-ed that explains my position, so I'd ask you to refer to that.
Singh told CTV News yesterday that he has participated in Sikh national events not because he is sympathetic to an Indian separatist movement, but rather because the events are an opportunity to share his beliefs. He says he'd return to such events in the future. It's a position he would not elaborate on today.
I've given my position on this, and I'm happy to talk to you in the future if you want to schedule an appointment.
Back at the rally, protesters accused the university of walking away from the bargaining table on March 5th and refusing to return.
No response other than waffling from a do-nothing administration on the 5th, and since then we've heard more or less nothing from the university.
In a statement issued today, the university said in part, "We want to reach a deal and end the strike. York has the best overall pay and benefits package for teaching assistants, contract faculty, and graduate assistants in Ontario. We are proud that our offer improves on it. At this time, CUPE has not moved to narrow the gap on its positions, despite being far above sector norms." CUPE, which represents the striking workers, is calling for more job stability and an increase in full-time positions. The university says the demands would cost $23 million, a 27% increase from the last agreement. Now, the union says that contract staff and faculty, they teach about 50% of the classes here. So 50% of those classes have been impacted by this strike. And at this point, there are no plans to return to the bargaining table. Reporting live at York University, I'm Heather Wright. I'll send it back to you.
Thank you, Heather.
I'm Adrian Chung on the campus of York University, where the strike is starting to get the support of some big-name political candidates. But some students say they just want answers. I'll have that story coming up.
The picket lines at York University aren't going anywhere as contract faculty continue their strike well into its second week. Adrian Chung joins us live from the York University campus on Keele. So, Adrian, the strike is now drawing the attention of some big names in politics.
Yeah, that's right. Really, as this strike continues now into its second week, some of those political parties are taking a chance to stake their claim on it. NDP leader Jagmeet Singh, he was on the picket lines today to show his solidarity. But some students here on campus say they've seen this all before and that they've seen just about enough. The chill in the air isn't dampening the mood on the picket line. Not on a day the strike has the attention of a national party leader.
The students receive education from people who are paid a decent salary, a livable salary, who get a good contract, who get real work, not precarious work.
Jagmeet Singh's presence doesn't mean much to some students. Elizabeth Zhu, a fourth-year student, has seen this all before.
Half in school, half not in school.
She's in a joint program with York and Sheridan College, a double dose of trouble. Some of her classes are canceled during this strike, but she also lost 5 weeks of schooling during this fall's college strike. So are you worried that in this situation, this same thing could happen?
Yeah, that's exactly why I'm worried. Because of my prior experience with the college strike, which I thought would only last 1 or 2 weeks and ended up lasting over a month, I'm afraid this could happen again. So I've been really hesitant to tell any employers about my plans for the future.
York has 8 joint programs with colleges, as hundreds are in the same boat of double strikes. Refunds, though, aren't on their minds.
For us, it's only a few, so it's almost like they don't really care as much about us because they're like, you're not as affected since you're only half affected at a time.
Another presence on the picket line today, OPSU, the union representing college faculty.
We are so proud of you.
Is a grim reminder of deja vu. You gotta be sick of this.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm done. I just want to graduate now.
Now, Elizabeth, who you heard from there, she says she still supports the faculty's right to strike, but that she was also here in 2015 during York's last strike. So you can say, Mike, that patience for her and other students like her, patience is starting to run a little low. I'll send it back to you.
All right. Thanks a lot, Adrian.
NDP leader Jagmeet Singh visited York University this afternoon to show support for striking academic workers. Singh was one of a number of speakers at this rally in support of CUPE Local 3903.
When it comes to the future of our country, there's no doubt. When it comes to the future of our province, there's no doubt. We need a vibrant post-secondary education system. And to have that means the people that are delivering the education, the students receive education from people who are paid a decent salary, a livable salary, who get a good contract, who get real work, not precarious work.
It's been nearly 2 weeks, that is, since close to 3,000 contract workers, teaching assistants and other staff walked off the job at York. The two sides are still not talking. The strike is affecting just under half of classes.